What's going on, everyone? I am Shea Irish, and we are here with the Mental Dimes NCAA Basketball Podcast. I'm fortunate enough to be joined by Trevor Smith. He's a top 150 recruit in the class of 2023. He's already committed to the Richmond Spiders for 2023-24. Appreciate you joining me tonight.
I appreciate you having me.
For sure. So obviously, being a top 150 recruit, you had offers from some SEC schools, ACC schools, Florida, Virginia Tech. What was it with the Richmond Spiders program that really brought you in and sold you to commit there?
The bond I had with the coaching staff, and they the coaches they prioritized me. So they came to watch me work out, at home visit. All that stood out, and everything going on with the transfer portal, all that just stood out because they kept on recruiting me hard.
Nice. So they definitely prioritize you.
Yeah.
That usually means a lot. So obviously you're going to be a senior in high school next year, so you still got one more year. But coming into the Richmond program in 2 years from now, what do you think you can really bring to the Atlantic 10 from day one? What's going to be like the attribute that you think you can provide for them?
Just be a leader. Just play hard every game. Work hard. Try to touch the flow as much as I can. Take a chance on my opportunity. And I can really score and pass. I can defend. So, yeah, really.
You could definitely score. I think I read you had like 55 in a game last year.
Yeah, 55. I had 10 threes. It was crazy.
What's that feeling like? Just you're in a zone, nothing can stop you?
Yeah, I was in the zone, just anything I shot for it was going in, so I just kept shooting.
It was about the size of the ocean those nights, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Love it. So you're going to be a senior next year at Woodside High School in Newport News, Virginia, with the Wolverines. Obviously, you've already committed. So what's now your main focus in your senior season of high school?
Well, just being a leader, just stepping up, being a leader again, getting stronger, getting ready for the college physicality. So just being ready for day one, really. Mm-hmm. Just being a better leader and be more vocal.
Right.
Because that's I'm gonna have to be real vocal at the next level.
Yep. Is there a certain part of your game you're working on the most this summer, AAU, whatever it is?
I'm just improving my game, just my shot making ability. I'm just really just simple, catch and shoot. Just all the little things, my playmaking ability, just making my teammates better, really. So that's really about it. And being a man and becoming stronger.
Love that answer. So for our viewers that aren't familiar, your father is Tim Smith, right? He used to play at ETSU. So I started watching him, I think I was 6 or 7, and he was lighting up Cincinnati and Wake Forest in the tournament. This had to be
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that a lot.
Beginning of the 2000s. You can still see it on YouTube. He's a legend at ETSU, obviously. Career leading scorer, 2,300 points, brought the Bucks to the tournament twice. And I saw on a couple of recruiting websites that you had an offer from them. Was there ever a thought in your mind to maybe follow in his footsteps and head to Johnson City?
I thought about it, but just because he went there, I want that's what I want to do. But because our paths are different,
right?
So, but I definitely thought about playing at ETSU. It would have been dope, but
yeah, is that something they sold to you when they were recruiting you?
Excuse me?
Is that something they sold to you when they were trying to recruit you?
Yeah, they said a little about him, but it was just mainly on me for real. They didn't really say much. They talked about him just a little bit.
Nice. So when I watched his highlights, remember watching him play live, he seemed like, he's kind of a smaller guard. I think he's 5'10" back then. But the way he attacked the rim, he was just fearless, and kind of had this feeling that he thought he could score on anyone in the country. So when I watch your highlights and watch you play, I kind of feel like you have that same mentality, same mindset. Is there any part of his game, maybe him training you or growing up, watching him or whatever, that you kind of take after him?
Just a dog mentality. Being that I'm 6 foot, 6'1", just being a smaller guard and just finishing at the rim over bigger, taller defenders.
Right.
So yeah, I just go in there and strong, try to finish. But I don't really take nothing from his game. I just we have different type of games. I just play my own game.
All right, yeah. All right, if you played him right now 1-on-1, who's winning?
He be ducking me for real. He be ducking.
Is he?
Yeah, like we never played 1-on-1 before. Like I be trying to set it up. We be making all these excuses and stuff. But we gonna set that up soon.
Eventually, we're gonna have to. I don't know. Does he even have social media?
He do.
He does. I'm gonna have to give him a shout out and set that up for you.
Yeah, got to.
So maybe not, modeling your game after him per se, but is there anyone else, college or NBA wise, that you think you can really resemble, or you kind of just have your own game and stick to your own thing?
I mean, well, I study players. Just take a little bit of piece from every player because you can always be better at something. So, but I kind of stick to my style of play and what works for me.
Love it. Is there maybe one name, two names in particular that you really study in the NBA?
Trae Young, like his playmaking ability and his shot making ability.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, Ja Morant, because he can really play make.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's really about it.
Will you be throwing down like him one day?
Excuse me?
Will you be throwing down like Ja?
We'll see. We'll see.
You still got time. A couple more questions. We'll get you out of here. I know you're probably busy. This one is from Trevor, who is my co-host. He couldn't make it tonight, but he always has this thing about asking players because I guess his sneaker game's pretty weak. He's a teacher and his students always give him some grief about it. What is your favorite basketball shoe of all time?
Favorite basketball shoe?
Yeah.
All time. Well, when I wore Nikes, I like Kyrie Irving, but now like I always wear Adidas. I like the Trae Youngs and the Hardens.
Yeah,
but Trae Youngs for sure.
Love that. Couple more. If you had to give one name, maybe two names, who is one of the most underrated guys you either played with or played against in high school or on the AAU circuit?
That's real underrated. I mean, it's a lot of underrated players I play with. I feel like that could have played like at the highest level, really. Like my sophomore year, played with a player called Quadria Petaway.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was high major, but he going to he going D1, so that's good. AU, I play with a bunch of D1 players like Dennis Parker, Davin Casby, Carter Lane. I mean, the list go on. So I play with
That's big
good players.
Mm-hmm. Figured. What AAU team are you with right now?
Team Loaded, Virginia.
Loaded. All right, love that. All right, one more question. So obviously you're a Richmond Spider commit. You probably had to watch quite a few games last year when they went to the tournament, beat Iowa. Who was the one guy that you like watching the most? Was it Jacob Gilliard? Was it Tyler Burton? Is there one guy that you kind of really like watching?
Jacob Gilliard, he a dog.
Yeah,
because he's smaller, so but he didn't see how it was hard over height. I mean, he went out there and killed.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you really learned from him, especially on the defensive end? I think he set the record for most steals in NCAA history. Yes,
he real vocal. He get after on the defensive end, but he can score the ball. But he can really play make. Yeah, like his playmaking ability it overshadows his scoring ability.
For sure, he's definitely underrated. Yeah. All right, well, I really appreciate you joining us. Best of luck next year in your senior season. And then best of luck when you head off to Richmond in 2023-24. We're looking forward to watching you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Got it. Have a good one.
You too.